The IDF's intelligence nightmare deepens as an Iranian proxy's secret hideout is found to have survived right under its nose. Was the IDF caught off guard as Hezbollah allegedly managed to outwit Israeli intelligence for nearly 2 years? 2 years to locate a single hideout? Fresh questions are now haunting the IDF's intelligence capabilities. Netanyahu faces a major security shock as questions grow over how Hezbollah stayed hidden for so long. Was Hezbollah always one step ahead of Netanyahu's forces throughout this long intelligence cat-and-mouse game? Stunning revelations have emerged showing why it took Israel nearly 2 years to locate and target a key Hezbollah site. On June 28, Israeli forces launched a strike on what they described as an underground Hezbollah drone fortress. The Israel Defense Forces released a video on June 28 highlighting the scale and execution of Operation Final Word. However, a Ynet news report revealed the extensive planning and intelligence work that preceded the operation. For nearly 2 years, the IDF reportedly monitored and assessed every movement around the Hezbollah facility in southern Lebanon. During the early stages of Israeli surveillance, the compound was reportedly inactive and appeared to be completely deserted. Located close to Israel's northern border, Hezbollah allegedly received Iranian assistance to gradually build up the weapons complex. According to the IDF, the Majd al-Zaun facility slowly evolved into a critical strategic asset for the Iran-backed group. Israeli military commanders reportedly ignored recommendations to strike the site that had first been made as early as 2024. It was the IDF's 36th Division that reportedly pushed for military action against the Hezbollah compound. Israeli forces were reportedly stunned by the sheer scale and sophistication of Hezbollah's underground tunnel network. The underground complex reportedly stretched for more than 200 meters and featured passageways wide enough for military vehicles. According to reports, the Hezbollah facility was also used as a launch site for long-range drone attacks against Israel. Israeli forces allegedly discovered dozens of Iranian-made drones, command centers and ammunition stockpiles inside the underground base. Israel further claimed that Hezbollah used the complex to store, operate and coordinate drones deployed in attacks. Iranian-made drones recovered from the site are now reportedly in Israeli custody and may undergo reverse engineering. The IDF also claimed that more than 20 Hezbollah operatives were killed during Operation Final Word. However, the delayed discovery of the massive Hezbollah tunnel complex has raised fresh questions about Israel's intelligence capabilities. Israel continued striking alleged Hezbollah positions across Lebanon despite the existing ceasefire arrangement. Fresh revelations have emerged about what reportedly transpired during the latest high-stakes talks between Israel and Lebanon. An Axios report published on June 28 revealed that 4 days of intense negotiations took place in Washington, D.C. According to Axios, both the Israeli and Lebanese governments were driven by a shared objective of weakening Hezbollah and limiting Iran's influence in Beirut. The report cited multiple American, Israeli and Lebanese officials familiar with the closed-door negotiations. Despite deep mutual distrust, Israel and Lebanon reportedly found rare common ground over concerns surrounding Iran's growing regional influence. Both governments were also reportedly taken aback by the proposed deconfliction cell that emerged during the negotiations. Notably, the United States and Iran had earlier agreed to establish a deconfliction cell as part of efforts to stabilize the situation in Lebanon. The earlier Iran-US Memorandum of Understanding called for a ceasefire in Lebanon, although Israeli military operations reportedly continued afterward. Israel's ambassador to Washington, Yehiel Leiter, reportedly told US officials that the Iran-related provisions concerning Lebanon in the memorandum were a train wreck. Meanwhile, on June 28, Iran's top diplomat renewed calls for Israel to immediately withdraw its forces from southern Lebanon.
It is the responsibility of the US government, under the commitment it accepted in the Memorandum of Understanding on its own behalf and on behalf of the Zionist regime, to stop the regime's attacks, allow the end of the war to take hold there, and ensure a withdrawal from the occupied areas. This is also one of the provisions of Article 1 of the Memorandum of Understanding. With the new approach that has emerged, the security architecture of the Gulf region must be reconsidered by all regional countries. We need to arrive at a new framework that includes all countries in the region and excludes the presence or interference of any extra-regional power. In this regard, We welcome Foreign Minister Fuad Hussein's proposal to establish talks among the Gulf Cooperation Council countries, Iran and Iraq, what he described as the 6+2 format, and we are ready to cooperate with the Iraqi government on this initiative.
Yesterday, before the start of the Sabbath, we achieved a historic accomplishment for the State of Israel. Following direct negotiations between Israel and Lebanon, mediated by the U.S., we have reached a framework of understanding that allows us to move forward towards ending the conflict and, God willing, eventually reaching a peace agreement between the two countries. Under these understandings, the U.S. and Lebanon have recognized Israel's right to maintain the security zone inside Lebanon for as long as it is required for our security. We will continue to hold it until Hezbollah and the rest of the terrorist organizations are disarmed and until no further threat to Israel is posed from Lebanon. This is a massive blow to Iran and Hezbollah. Iran tried to force a withdrawal from southern Lebanon upon us. You heard these demands all the time, and you also heard their disappointment and their criticism of the agreement, both theirs and Hezbollah's. I stood firm on our vital interests and forcefully opposed the notion of forcing a withdrawal upon us. Lebanon, Israel, and the U.S. are essentially saying to Iran, this is none of your business. You have no status here. You have no involvement and no role. Not you, not Hezbollah, and not any terrorist organization. Israel and Lebanon have agreed on two adjacent areas near the Yellow Line, recommended by the IDF, where there will be a pilot program for disarming Hezbollah and transferring the territory to the control of the Lebanese army. I'll show you this on the map. The black line is our international border with Lebanon. The yellow line is the security line, or more accurately, the security zone. Here is a small addition we made in recent weeks. Where the pilot areas we are discussing. The first is here, completely outside the security zone. The second is an area beyond our original security zone, which the IDF says is not operationally essential, and from which we will withdraw. These are the two pilot areas. This means Israel remains in the yellow security zone that protects us. This is a tremendous achievement, because what were they trying to do? They tried to get us out of there through all kinds of means and pressures. That, of course, will not happen. We are breaking the Iranian axis of terror, but we are also breaking the Iranian diplomatic axis. We managed to reach this framework of understandings for a simple reason, because we struck Hezbollah hard. And Hezbollah, which expected assistance from Iran, did not receive it because we struck Iran hard. All of this was done thanks to the heroism of our fighters, and also thanks to the wise and courageous decisions we made. In the last 2 weeks alone, we eliminated over 200 terrorists, and since the beginning of the war, over 9,000 Hezbollah terrorists. We took control of the Beaufort, and we are staying in the Beaufort. We took control of the Ali Taher Ridge and of Bint Jbeil. They are under our control. We are eliminating their terrorist infrastructure throughout the entire area, in the entire yellow zone. We are simply wiping out the terrorist infrastructure. There are bunkers there, there are tunnels there, there are terrorist villages there. We are wiping them all out. We are not done yet. We still have work to do, especially regarding the global problem of explosive drones. And in this too, we will be the first in the world to find a solution. But what is clear is one thing. There is a historic achievement here. This agreement strengthens Israel and Lebanon, and weakens Iran and Hezbollah. And God willing, this is a sign of things to come.
Meanwhile, the Iran-backed group has continued refusing to comply with key provisions outlined under the Israel-Lebanon agreement. Under the agreement, Israel and Lebanon reaffirmed each other's right to exist in peace and pursue a lasting settlement. The framework calls for Hezbollah to disarm, while Israel is expected to withdraw its troops from Lebanon. Officials described the agreement as a first step toward ending years of cross-border conflict.
Thank you. Today is a good day in that we are happy to announce a framework agreement between the sovereign government of Lebanon and of course the government of Israel, with a mediation and support of the United States of America, that begins to put in place a framework for lasting peace and security. And that's what these two nations deserve. The people of Lebanon have suffered tremendously now for decades as a result of outside interference in their affairs, of countries trying to use the country as a launch pad for attacks. And this is not what the people of Lebanon want, and that's not what they deserve. What they deserve to have is what they once had, and of which there is recent history of, and that is a prosperous and peaceful country, a diverse country where people of different backgrounds were able to live and coexist side by side, and in many ways was the envy of the region and of the world. And it will take a lot of work and some time to get back to that point. But we believe today is the first step in that journey. And the first step is sometimes the hardest step, but it's the one we're taking together today. Obviously, the people of Israel deserve to live in peace and security. The people of northern Israel in particular, who have been targeted repeatedly by terrorist attacks launched from the territory of Lebanon, but not by the Lebanese people, not by the Lebanese government, but by an outside actor who has sought to use that territory to target innocent civilians who have been unable to live in these places for a long time. Every time a siren goes off, you have to stop your schoolwork, you have to wake up, you have to stop going to work, and you have to run into a bunker or a basement and protect yourself. So as I said today, as I told all the parties here today, it's the beginning of the beginning. There's a lot of work ahead. We don't in any way underestimate the difficulty of the task ahead, but we understand the importance of it, how vital it is, and we are honored to have played a part in bringing this together. I want to specifically recognize all of the representatives here from both sides, the ambassador from Lebanon to the United States, who's a phenomenal ambassador who I've known for a while, we even share a common background here in the United States, coming from we have a Florida ties, and so we're very grateful for all the work she's put in. Obviously, Ambassador Leiter and his team and the work they've done here today, everyone, all the team that you see assembled here today, including the support we got from the Department of War in these conversations. Our ambassador to Lebanon has done a great job, and we're so honored he's here with us today. And our team here, led by Dan Holler, our counselor, our team here at the State Department, did a phenomenal job. If people want to see the value of professional diplomatic work and of diplomacy, that's what the team here has put together, and I'm very proud of what we've done here at this department in bringing this about. As I said, today is the first step. This first step sometimes is the hardest one, but it's an important one and the one we've taken together. And we're very grateful that this has come about and that the timing is such that all of you could cover it and report it back. And hopefully we'll have many more of these conversations and make real and tangible progress so that the people of both of these countries can be hopeful about their future, a future of peace, a future of prosperity, a future of mutual coexistence in a way that's beneficial to the men and women and children, including those not yet born, who deserve what all people deserve, and that is the right to live in their country without fear of harm, without fear of war, without fear of conflict.